Dad, can we have a talk before we go into the restaurant?
Sure, son. What's on your mind?
Well, Dad, last time we went out, I'll just say it. Dad, are you gonna shit yourself again?
Well, son, depends.
Depends, adult diapers. Dependable, even when your bowels aren't.
You're listening to That's Too Far.
It's a new Tuesday day. Is this going to be up Tuesday? Might not be up Tuesday.
I don't know, we'll see. I hope so.
Well, it's possibly Tuesday. And I hope your week is going horrible.
Yeah,
because I'm sure mine is. Yeah, go fuck yourself, fuckers.
Go fuck yourself. This week sucked.
What'd you do this week?
What'd I do this week?
Yeah.
Shit.
Nothing?
Nothing.
God. Me neither.
Fucking waste of life, man.
Did you say you're a waste of life?
No, I said this week was a waste of life.
I was about to fucking counsel you right here live on the air. Suicide counseling. I'm a waste of life. I'm gonna cut myself.
Weeks like that. It's like you bought a phone card and you used it to call a business and they kept you on hold for 30 minutes. So you wasted 30 minutes of your goddamn phone card. I've been there too, so I know.
Fucking
waste.
This summer, I decided, I was gonna go fucking. They call it cord cutting. I was gonna cut the cord. That's hipster talk for not having cable, just having internet.
Oh, okay.
Like Netflix and all that. So I decided I was gonna do that. And fucking, my phone went along with it. So I cut the cord. And my internet went out. So I had to fucking walk with a Skype-enabled device to the local computer repair shop and bleach onto their wireless internet to call the fucking computer, or to call the cable company to get my shit turned on. And I have no idea what that story had to do with any fucking thing.
Absolutely nothing.
I was going somewhere with that and got lost along the way. I swear to God.
Went in left field.
I just went left. You said we're going right. I said, watch and see, bitch.
Generally, when we make these, at least one of us is drunk.
Yeah, I'm not even drunk. I'm not drunk.
I'm like halfway there, man.
I gotta work tonight, buddy. I gotta be on my fucking P's and Q's. I gotta go do science.
Do science?
Yeah, I'm a scientist. I had my kids pretty well convinced that I was a scientist for a long time.
When everybody knows that you're a fluffer.
Yeah. I work on porno sets. Hey, the money's good. How much money would you have to get paid to be a fluffer? That's the fucking question. What would cause you to be like, fuck it, I'll do it?
It'd have to be at least 6 figures.
So let's say $100,000 a shoot, and you get to wear rubber gloves. Would you do it?
Oh, hell yeah. Anybody says that they wouldn't, lying. Fucking lying. But it would be like Breaking Bad. I'd have to have some elaborate cover story. Like, I'd go more out of my way to hide that shit than fucking if I were cooking meth. By far.
No one would know what you would do.
Nah.
Yeah, you'd go to your kid's school on career day and bring a copy of fucking Young Hard Studs with you and show them exactly what you do.
No, man, I'd invest that money into a business, and I'd seed it into the business.
Oh, you'd do a little money laundering there.
Oh, hell yeah, I would.
Even though you would launder legal money.
I would launder legit money, yes. Legit money. Keep that shit.
No paper trail, fuckers.
None. So if I get really rich and you think I own a laundromat? Nah.
So for $100,000 to shoot, you put the rubber gloves on.
I get rubber gloves, I will, yeah.
And you gotta go whack these guys till they're hard. But you also got to talk a little dirty to them to get them going.
Hey.
You'd be like,
is it weird that the rubber gloves are my, like, deciding factor in this?
Yeah, because, I mean, it's like a fucking, you know, a completely thin layer of fucking plastic in between you and a cock.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like saying, you know what? I would take it up the ass for X amount of dollars, only if they wore a condom. They're disease free. They got to wear a condom. Doesn't matter.
Hey, there's a difference. All right.
What's the difference?
The difference is in one of them, you're involved in the process. In the other one, you are the process.
Yeah, you are the process, boy.
You're getting
processed. You're basically the main attraction, really. Like you're going to begin the shit.
That's the difference. And there's a big difference, okay?
Fluffy Jim.
Mm-hmm.
They'll call you pussy hands. You would be the best fluffer they've ever seen. Your name would be Pussy Hands.
And my hands are too rough. I'd never get the job.
Yeah, but you're wearing rubber gloves. They're like, hey, Pussy Hands, this guy can't get it up. Take care of him for me.
Sure thing, boss.
Certainly, Mr. Thompson. And Pussy Hands.
So what, you're telling me you wouldn't do it? 6 figures?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. One shoot. I would do fucking multiple shoots. I would be Pussy Hands.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying.
Like I wouldn't even launder the money. I would just be proud of it. I would win fucking like an adult video award or something.
AVN?
Yeah. Best fluffer.
Best fluffer. Is that a fucking category in the AVNs?
Well, fuck, I don't know, dude. It might be. You know, the Grammys do the technical awards before the big show.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what they do there.
Be like a fluffer factory. They got a conveyor belt of dudes going to set.
Every male porn star that would win an award would thank me. Like, you know what? If it wasn't for Pussy Hands, I wouldn't have been able to perform like I did in Ass Sluts 9.
Yeah, they'd be up there like, I want to thank first God. I want to thank my mama. I want to thank Pussy Hands for getting me so ready.
So ready.
So
almost busted in his pussy-like hands.
I had to think baseball.
All I could think of was Pete Rose sliding home. Because Pussy Hands, they don't call him that for nothing. His thumb's like a clip. The tightest pussy hands you ever seen.
Goddamn.
Good old Pussy Hands.
Good old Pussy Hands.
I would dress as Pussy Hands. I would dress as a farmer. I'd wear like fucking coveralls with no shirt on underneath it and a straw hat. Just because in my mind, that's what Pussy Hands looks like. My biggest fear would be I wouldn't be good at it and I'd be fired. They're like, you're just mashing it. You're just mashing it around. You're not even doing a good fuck. You get the fuck out of here. You ain't getting paid. Now you just played with a wiener for free. But you're fired.
For free, like you got to do it. It's a fucking trip to Disneyland.
It's a trip to Disneyland.
Oh, shit.
When I was 7, my parents took me to Disney World. I cried the entire time. I just wanted to go home. Be that kid. That fucking kid. You've gone to Kings Island and seen that kid, right? The kid that's crying and just does not want to be there.
Oh, yeah.
That would be me. As Pussy Hands. They'd be like, you're not Pussy Hands. You're Brick Hands.
Dude, Kings Island is the fucking death trap of amusement parks.
What do you mean?
I mean, I've had so many rides break down with me on them in that park. And when you think, like, statistically, there's got to be something fucked up. Because if more than one ride is broken down on me as an individual, with the limited amount of times that I've been there, I've probably only been there 5 times.
I've never had it happen. Been
I've
there
had it
100
happen.
times.
I've had it happen like 3 times is the amount of times that I've had shit break on me there. Out of 5
Well,
times going there. I've had
at Kings Island,
things fuck up on me.
at Kings Island, if anybody doesn't know, it's an amusement park here in Ohio. At Kings Island, the big attraction is this ride called the Beast. It's not necessarily the biggest or the fastest ride there. It doesn't go upside down or none of that shit, but it's wooden. It's like the world's biggest wooden roller coaster. That's their big fucking talking point. So in like 99 or 2000 or something, they made a ride called the Son of Beast.
Yep.
And it was the only wooden roller coaster that had a loop in it. It made you go upside down. I rode it many, many times. And every time you rode it, your skeleton nearly came out of your skin.
Yeah, that shit. It's like going down a gravel road.
And eventually someone got seriously hurt on it. And they had to, they took the loop out. And people continued to get hurt on it. So they tore it down and built a metal one.
They tore it down? I didn't even know. When did they do that?
Oh, man, a while ago.
Had to be.
They tore it down and built another ride called fucking like the Serpent or the Raptor or the something. It's called the something. Mm-hmm. And I rode that bitch. And it don't go upside down or nothing, but the first hill is a motherfucker. And I'll ride this shit, but I'm deathly afraid of heights. So I nearly shat myself on the first hill. Shit nearly evacuated my body. And the bitch of it is, it don't feel no safer than the Son of Beast, because you're sitting down on what can be described as like, kind of like it's a little bit bigger bicycle seat, and you got a thing going over your thighs, and that's all you got to keep you in this motherfucker.
I had the straps come up on me, on the vortex. Thank God for centrifugal force, man.
It's called the vortex because it goes upside down like 7 times.
Yeah, and my shit just came loose. We were going up the hill. This motherfucker went to tighten my shit before I got into it. Or when I got into it, before it took off. And it felt like it wasn't locking in place. So I called him over, and he thought I was just being a pussy. And they started to ride. Because everybody that they have there that inspects it is like some 18-year-old stoner. They start the fucking ride, going up the hill, and I'll never forget it. This guy sitting next to me looked like Tony Hawk, and he was British. It might have been Tony Hawk talking with an accent, so he didn't get recognized. The dude right next to me looked exactly like Tony Hawk, and he was British. And my shit just pops, dude. Yeah, like, I shook it a little bit to test it, and it just went click, and it came up, and that was on the way up the hill. And this Tony Hawk British guy goes, "Oh, shit!" And he pushes it down back on me, and it doesn't lock. And I was like, "What should I do?" And I started yelling down. I was like, "Stop the ride! Stop the ride!" And the guy's like, don't worry, everything's going to be just fine." I can't do a British accent for the life of me. But I'm holding it down. And I'm pushing my feet up against the front of it to try to hold my back in it as hard as I could. And this British dude next to me just starts going, "You're gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna be okay." And that was my mantra throughout the whole ride. I'm holding this thing as tight as I can. This dude had his arm over me like he was gonna fucking save me, which, I don't know, maybe his added arm pressure was helping the situation. But we go down the hill. I remember going over one loop still all fucked up like that, and the centrifugal force is keeping me in place, and then it locked. And holy shit.
It locked in.
Yeah, dude, my mantra that whole time was, and it was like British in my head, my mantra was, "It's gonna be okay, I'm gonna be fine, it's gonna be okay, I'm gonna be fine, it's gonna be okay, I'm gonna be fine." And I might have been saying that out loud. That shit was scary, dude.
Did the British guy hold on with both arms, or did he just use one and hold on, you know?
He just.
I'm only putting half effort into this shit.
Well, you can't. In that, it's the fucking hard straps
might
that
not
come down over your chest. Like, he couldn't physically do that, so it was just the one arm. But props to that British guy. If you ever hear this, if you're one of the 23 people that will fucking listen to this, props to you. Thank you
Yep.
for saving my life, Mary Poppins.
So that you were saying in your mind that you were using a British accent the whole time?
Like,
It's probably, I'm gonna be bloody okay, isn't it?
I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be fine.
Well, they took the piss out of that one, didn't they? I had a cousin that had to take speech therapy in elementary school, and her teacher was British, and she started to talk with an English accent. That's a true fucking story, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
My aunt would be like, "What do you want for dinner? How about some bloody fish and chips?" Oh, Lordy. English people.
I had another ride breakdown on me that they ended up closing down. It was called the King Cobra. It was
I remember that ride.
It was a
You
stand-up.
sat on a bicycle seat, but you were standing. You had a little bicycle seat under your butthole.
Very lit. I don't even remember if there was a seat, man. I think it was just like a fucking plank that you were strapped into. Was there a seat? Was there a bicycle seat?
What? I mean, might have been a little plank. It was about the size of a bicycle seat, though.
All right. It was that stand-up. You stood completely up straight. It was a stand-up looping roller coaster ride. And it broke down on us on the ascent up the first hill. And it just stalled, and it stayed stalled for about 15 minutes. So we were all completely, almost vertical, like a 75-degree hill, almost completely vertical. Kids screaming everywhere, and you're just laying there like it's a fucking coffin, just waiting for that bitch to like explode.
It didn't roll backwards or nothing?
No, it didn't roll backwards. It just stayed in place.
Now, if I was you on the vortex when it was going up the hill and the shit popped off me, there's some steps to your left. I'd have jumped on them bitches and walked back down.
Dude, it was moving.
I don't care.
It was moving.
So, from your description, no one's ever going to go to Kings Island that's listening to this.
If they're smart.
They're smart. Is there an amusement park down there where you are, similar to Kings Island?
There's one in Virginia. Busch Gardens, I think it's called.
I've heard about it. Does it have as many roller coasters as Kings Island?
I don't know, man. I haven't been.
Yeah.
Kings Island is the fucking ghetto of amusement parks, though. For real.
Kings Island is top flight, bro. Don't hate.
I did see my first pair of real boobs at Kings Island.
On the water slide, right?
Yeah. Have I told you that, or did you just know?
I believe you told, for one, anybody would know that. For two, I believe you told that story on this show.
Oh, nice. Oh, there's Kings Island. It's one perky perk.
What, were they perky?
If memory serves, yes.
And it probably doesn't.
I was like fucking 8 or 9, man.
In your memory, it's probably like a fucking playmate. Yeah. It was some fat soccer mom. That's why you're pussy hands.
Yep.
You can make shit like that work. Pretend my hands are a pussy. Yeah. Ooh. That's the talk, right?
That's my mantra right there.
Pretend my hands are a pussy. Whoop. I think we got an episode title.
If we have an episode title, it's That's My Mantra. It's not My Hands Are a Pussy.
My hands are a pussy. YouTube has banned this video. Thanks again, YouTube, you fuckers.
Man.
I guarantee you there's some porn on YouTube. You gotta type in a bunch of... Yeah, you probably gotta type in a bunch of fucking numbers and shit in the search thing just to get it to come up.
Yeah, maybe.
Like no one's discovered it yet. I'm sure of it. I'm guaranteed.
To go to that much trouble, you'd have
You might as well go to a porn site, huh?
Yeah, but, I mean, to go to that much incognito trouble, it'd have to be something extremely seedy, like that brony shit, man. That's probably how they hide it. In plain
Temple.
sight. They hide in
It's hidden.
plain sight, man. I'm telling you, sleep yourself, bronies.
They're not called bronies, though. Different sect of My Little Pony fans. They're called blomies.
Blomies.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kind of like baloney, but only with more blow.
Blomies.
And again, let me reiterate, if you're a brony, kill yourself. You disgust me.
So commit harikari. Do it.
Harikari. Put that sword through your fucking chest cavity, asshole. Or you could do like the monks used to, set yourself on fire.
There you go.
In protest. If they ever cancel that shit, I'm sure that'll happen.
Probably.
Friendship was magic! Now I must burn myself!
I'm going to the land of rainbows.
That's the name of the show, Friendship is Magic.
That's the name of,
My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic.
it's not called My Little Pony?
It's called My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. Hashtag. It's that time, and that's too far, of what is becoming a weekly segment where Jim watches the worst shit Netflix has to offer and he reviews it for us. So, without further ado, here's Jim's shitty movie review.
Man,
Bam.
this is weekly up until the point where I can't live with myself anymore.
So this might be a short-lived segment.
Might be. Because
Now,
I watched Sharknado.
he watched Sharknado.
If you can't tell what that movie is by the title,
It's pretty self-explanatory.
it's a movie about a tornado that flings sharks everywhere and they eat people. And of course there's only one man who can save the world from the Sharknados.
Okay, so how do the sharks end up in the tornado?
Apparently, these storms have pushed all these sharks, which are millions and millions of sharks of all different varieties. You got your great whites, you got your hammerheads, you got your tigers. You got every kind of shark you can imagine. And they're all...
I like how you named 3 fucking sharks.
You got your black tips, you got your sand sharks, you got your Atlantic sharp noses, but it's in the Pacific, so... Anyway, don't call me out on shark names, bitch. I go fishing too much.
I watch Shark Week every
man.
year.
Anyway, this fucking movie, dude. Apparently, this storm had pushed these sharks up like right on the fucking California coast. Just millions of sharks everywhere. And these sharks fly out of the water and swallow people whole. Or in the case of the main characters, since they can't kill them off too quick, they just bite their legs and shake around for about 5 minutes while they beat the sharks off. Not like a fluffer. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway. So these massive sharks just swallow people whole. Unless it's somebody that's important to the story. And then it's just a little flesh wound on the leg. There's just so much to this movie. The plot, obviously the movie was meant to be a parody in itself. Nobody releases a movie called Sharknado and expects it to be serious. It's supposed to be a funny movie that's made seriously. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah, but it's the worst. Nothing matches up in the movie. It's like fucking a maze that has no connecting points to it. It just, yeah. Don't watch Sharknado. Don't do it.
So don't waste your time with Sharknado.
Don't waste your time with Sharknado. At all.
Like you did.
Like I did. There's... Let me give you an example of one scene. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. Everybody don't want to hear us. Fast forward.
They fucking find out, well, they discern that if they take a helicopter and they make these homemade bombs made of oxygen tanks with a flare at the end, they light the flare, and for some reason there's a smoke alarm attached to it, and they have to hit the button for 3 seconds. I don't know what the fuck that's about. But they home-make these little bombs when they take a helicopter in the air, and they decide that if they drop it in the middle of a tornado, it will depressurize the tornado, and the tornado will just go away, and there's no more fucking sharks to be carried from the ocean by these water spouts that turn into tornadoes. So they take these helicopters up there to drop these little fucking oxygen tanks in them. And one chick falls out of the helicopter and gets swallowed whole by a great white. And then later on in the movie, the main character dives face first into this random shark that's thrown by a tornado. He dives face first into the shark with a chainsaw running into the shark's stomach and then cuts through the shark. And somehow he pulls this chick out of that shark without cutting her in half with that running chainsaw that he just slammed right into the shark's mouth.
Sounds captivating.
Another piece of bullshit. There's a portion of the movie where they go into this house, and the water outside is just... It's running, but it's not raising, really, but there's sharks, like, crawling around the ground. And they go inside the house, and the house just starts filling with water, dude, like, up to the top. And when they leave the house, the water level's the same as when they went in.
Well, I mean, hey, what are you gonna do? It's fucking
Come
Sharknado.
on.
It's Sharknado, dude.
Any Hurricane
Sharknado.
Katrina survivor will tell you the water level in the house is going to be the same as the water level outside.
So, last week you gave Rubber 4 dumps, 5 being the absolute worst. How many dumps does Sharknado get?
Sharknado ties Rubber.
So it's a tie. You're saying Sharknado is equal to Rubber.
Yes. Sharknado and Rubber can both suck one.
So there's 2 movies, folks, we've saved you all from watching. We did have a news segment we were going to do, but neither one of us looked up any news.
So here's the news. Sharknado and Rubber suck. Don't see either of them. God's sake.
There's the news. The other bit of news that I have for everybody is, has anyone seen the Instant Tax Service commercial? Have you seen it, Jim?
No.
They took Sweet Brown, which I don't know, she's the Ain't Nobody Got Time for That lady.
Yeah.
Her house was on fire.
Yeah.
And she's the new spokesperson for Instant Tax Service. And the commercial starts off with her going, Lord Jesus, it's tax time. And then Instant Tax Service does the little spiel. And then the end of the commercial is her going, I got time for that.
Jesus Christ.
It's the greatest commercial ever made.
That
It
makes me
doesn't
wish
get
I had
any
cable.
better.
I'm going to have
Lord
to YouTube that
Jesus.
I'm going to have to YouTube that commercial. That's awesome.
Lord Jesus, it's tax time. I got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Hell no.
I got time for that. Because this tax money is going to fucking keep me barely above the water like I'm in a Sharknado house.
I'm gonna live like a fucking welfare recipient on tax time when I get my money. It's gonna be sweet. Or not. I won't pay any bills, I'll just buy food. Boom!
There you go.
So, with the lack of news, I think we're gonna call this one an episode. Have a shitty week.
What?